say one thing? Listening to everybody talk about this, I'm you guys, right? And have always loved all of the actors on this stage, have known some of them for a long time and others not at all, but admired their work so much. And I will tell you, no matter how much you admire the work that they do, if you were in the studio with them watching them work, you would be 10 times more impressed, more astonished with the gifts that they have, how incredibly talented they are. And when I tell you how they made each other cry, they made me cry, they made the people in the booth cry, it was an extraordinary experience. And so when you're listening, listen for all of that emotion because it was all really there. And you guys are all amazing.
Just so you guys know, this would not be happening without Chris. Chris is the one that, no. I was hesitant at first because I have some baggage in my life and I was a little nervous about it. And as much as you guys trusted me, I trusted Chris, that he would walk us through this. He loves the fandom. He had stuff he wanted to see that you guys wanted to see, and he made sure it was in there.
Stuff we wanted to say, too.
I remember we worked together on a comic book after season 2.
Yeah.
And I was a bit of a maniac. And I did not understand. I was very passionate about the story I wanted to tell. And I had no clue how to write a comic book. And I just remember how patient. Now, James, slow down. Have to put all the information in one panel. So think of one image that says what you're trying to say. And you taught me how to do it without being like, okay, just shut up. You cannot do that. You know, like that would have been me. And so when I heard that you were getting this off the ground, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. You know? I was like, you won't scream at me when I get freaky.
I just want to say that being directed by the two of you, along with Casey Wayland, who is in the room, I
Should we?
I would love to.
Casey, man.
There's Casey.
Yay!
Casey made it.
He was wonderful at directing us through the process on an audible end of things in terms of our performance in front of a microphone. And these two were incredible at directing us in our intentions and the emotions. And that's not the take, or they never said that. But they were very encouraging where we would, or I should speak for myself, have a neurotic moment where you're like, no, I need another take. That's not it. I know it's in there, but it's not here yet, and I need another moment. No, I think we got it. You know, like those moments where they're guiding you and you can trust in that. And you guys were so safe, so wonderful, so generous. And I think this is an incredible team, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And I'm so grateful that you were able to make this come alive, and that Audible trusted us, and that you've supported us the way that you have. Yeah, we have activation stuff happening. We have billboards all over the city and on Sunset Boulevard in LA. And if you're in LA, if anybody's listening, please DM me with a photo of Sunset Boulevard. I've always wanted that.
Where is it on Sunset? I didn't even know that.
It's Sunset Plaza, I heard.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying. I swear it is. I wish my mom was here today to see that.
Oh my God, guys, we're famous.
Just to have a group or a studio behind you to push it up the hill, this is a tremendous feat. And they are and have been 100% like in the booth every day, giving feedback, being willing and flexible to hear me about marketing ideas and stuff like just I feel like it's a collaborative piece, and I can't think of a better forum for that to happen in.
Sorry, I was going to say that's the perfect segue. I'm sorry, Leia, finish what you were going to say.
Oh, no, please. I just wanted to add on to that, especially not being very aware of the Buffyverse at first and coming into this kind of brand new. I was extremely nervous and did not know like really what it was all going to entail.
I see you left out the part saying you weren't born, as you did in an earlier interview where I was clutching my chest. You edited bad things.
Exactly. I said that earlier, and it did not have the best reaction. But I do just want to say, like, that first call that I had with both of you, Amber and Christopher, it was like all of my nerves were completely taken away. You guys were so nurturing from the very beginning and generous and welcoming into a world that was like already established and with characters that were already so distinct. And not only did you make sure that I was prepared, one, for what I was going to embark on, but also at the same time, there was this feeling of no pressure and this feeling of fun and freedom. And that space, as an actor, as any type of artist, that's something you can't put a price on. So, again, thank you.
So I just want to take the opportunity because, of course, as wonderful as the Audible original Audible original series, sorry, it isn't just the people on the stage who are responsible for it. So there are a number of people who actually are here that we want to throw out.
Stand up if you're here as we call your name.
We mentioned Casey Wayland, who is our co-director, producer. I told Casey yesterday that he and his team at Wayland Productions provided, I think, a full third of what your experience is in listening to this, because without what they did with this extraordinary sound design, it would not be nearly what it is.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay, so Casey's company has a proprietary technology, and if you have surround sound at your home,
Dolby Atmos.
right, it will place you in the room with us, and then it will move us around you. Like, even though we record it statically in the microphone, the computer is blocking us. And when we fly across the room, you'll hear that, or over your head or something.
Or in your ears.
And then Casey said, okay, now not everybody has all the speakers in their home. We get that. Here's what it sounds like in stereo, and you hit the button. It's still awesome. But I had this idea. I think get with your Buffy friend group and find out who has surround sound, and go over and have like a listening party.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a wild thing to listen to this while you're driving, so, drive safe, whatever. It's really wild.
When you do that, you'll be blushing together as you feel like you're standing between Tara and Drusilla. Clem and his grape soda. Clem and his grape soda. Also, by the way, Casey Wayland provides the voice of Tara's familiar Mr. Pickles, the monkey. So also, the wonderful soundtrack, the score, is by Jonathan Dinerstein, who is here. The brand new and extraordinarily cool and laid-back take on the classic theme is by Mike Sawitsky, who is also here. Our Amy Madison, Jessica Gardner, did such an incredible job coming in as Amy is here. The entire marketing publicity team at Audible has been through hell trying to get this thing out to you guys in time, and I just want to say they've spent so much money promoting it. It would be crazy not to do more. And the events team, and the events team as well, for sure. And then finally, of course, all the folks at Audible UK, but I think we'd all like to also say a massive thanks to the woman who literally this would not have happened without, and that's Lydia Shama at Audible UK, who is the team that made it all happen. So I'm sure she's, and yes. And where is Meg here? I haven't seen Meg yet. Meg! Meg, you came in! Yes. Meg and Lydia were there in the booth the whole time while we were recording. And there were many times, actually, that Meg and Lydia would be basically interrupting us going, by the way, you guys may be the people making this thing, but we've realized that you've made errors in continuity and we need you to fix it. Because they're bigger fans than anybody, so all of us are incredibly grateful to all of you.
with audio and only audio is newer. And I would love to hear, Juliet, Emma, you're playing Anya, Anyanka, spoilers. James, the things that you're doing, I know you don't actually flap your ears, but I would love to hear from some of you about being on mic like that and making those characters come alive when you don't have eyes on you.
It was wild. I was lamented about the fact that we didn't get this particular day of shooting like behind the scenes, because a few days we had cameras, the film is working. It was the first time that, Anyanka dog. I don't want to ruin this for you if there's some of you haven't, but there's an Anyanka dog. Okay, so
You do it?
I don't. If I had a line, I could. I can't just make something up because that's weird. I'm just not that good.
Get me out of this dog body.
But if you had like, oh, there's this line, I could probably do it. You guys wrote it, come on. No pressure.
How about get me out of this dog body?
Okay. All right, well, I have to, okay. I gotta work. Yeah, that's true. Okay, hold on a second. Thanks. All right, so there's Anya, right? Anya's in here, and then Anyanka's in here, and then, what's the line? You have to let me out of this body. All right, so, no, I have to warm up to it, though, so it's like, we were shooting one very long scene with all of them together, and I was moving as you do, I'm like, I need to move, and there's action, and there's this stuff, and the chords, and I was trying to disrobe. I literally was like, I'm boiling, but I don't want to stop the take, and I got caught up in the chords, and I don't even know, I don't know how any of them kept us straight. In fact, I don't think you did. I think I could see in the corner of my eye that I was like, I just can't look because this is so embarrassing for her. And so good at the same time. And that was a highlight. And I was so happy that I was given that. And we started something else with that voice. And then I was like, I think, okay, I'm gonna try something. It might be really lame, I don't know. But I could hear this thing coming out. I was like, I need to give that some agency.
As soon as Emma did that voice, immediately in my head I thought, no, wait, we can't do that, it's too ridiculous. And then I thought, oh no, wait, we have to do that. and both you and Amber played 3 roles.
All 3 of you and Amber.
And often against yourself, so.
And let me say that, working with you and having Anya be friends with Tara, which was just such a wonderful surprise and such a sweet pairing. It was wild. It was like, my friend, there she is. It's just like natural tears come down the face, because the love is genuine. Anyway, I'll shut up now, but yeah.
I want to, as we all have spoken, and you speak about, just amazing performances from everybody, to give a shout out to the few that aren't here. Anthony Stewart Head. For me, I have met Tony and I've known Tony, but I had never gotten to do a scene with Tony, and that was just I was really having to really keep it together in doing that when we had him, videoed in and audioed in. So he was amazing.
And he just keeps getting hotter.
No.
Yeah.
It just has a way of like being phenomenal, but it just comes spoozle lips. It's just it's freaking amazing. But it's just like, oh, I'm just throwing this away.
We only have a few minutes left up here. Listen, I don't make the rules. If somebody tells me we can have another hour, I'm sorry, you guys.
There's like 12 of us up here. Let them try to kick us off.
I just want to hear, Amber, what was it like when you heard this for the first time? When you left the room, you hit play, and you heard this in your ears?
We've been listening to that. Poor Casey and his team and I were in a Dolby Atmos mix stage, listening to the whole thing almost in 2 days. It was so intense. But the joy in hearing all of them and how incredible they are, that it worked. Because you're like, maybe this won't be any good. I don't know. Maybe I messed it all up. And we didn't. It's good. It's really good. It's kind of magic. And I'm just so proud of it. Yeah.
Thank God, because I haven't heard it. I'm an actor, so they do not give us like an advanced copy. Because if I wouldn't trust me either, you know? We actors, we talk. We love to talk. And so they don't give us advanced anything. And so I was at the con yesterday signing, and Julia was at this con signing, so we haven't had time to even check it out at all. And it's like, you guys have heard this stuff? No?
You're all right.
Thank you for showing up, you guys. Thank you for being here. It means a tremendous amount to all of us, and I'm so glad that we got to do this again.
Thank you.
Without any of you guys, we're not here. So thank you all so very, very much.
Listen, I don't know if I should try again, but I can't. I actually have something to end with. If you have the Cordelia clip, please play it. But hold on. If you have the Cordelia clip, please play it. But I also just want to take a moment to first thank all of you for being here on the stage. Premiering the trailer for Slayers, a Buffyverse story, so I would love to show that to you if we can.